PinkTalk Podcast, Winston-Salem. Good evening. I'll be your host, Coldplay Woo. You can follow me on Instagram at Coldplay_Woo.
I'll be your boy, Bobby Bugatti. Follow me at B_Bugatti, the host.
Nobody's found Bugatti yet. Y'all playing, man. Y'all playing. Hey, before we get into our guest, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Faith. And I want to say congratulations because we are now on iHeartRadio. Clap it up.
Yeah.
iHeartRadio, man. We're on every major platform. Congratulations to Miss Faith and all the work she's put in. Lord knows she's been grinding. I got two special guests in the building, man.
Got the homie.
Do your thing, Bugatti.
TY from Yonkers.
Yonkers, New York.
Bodega.
To Yonkers.
Jr.Jr in the building.
JrJr.
Man, it's gonna be a good show, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for coming in.
No doubt. Thanks for having me.
So, Jr., man, since you Winston, boy, we gonna start with you, Winston.
Talk to me.
So, where first thing first? Tell people about things that they don't know. Let's get into the whole thing. Let's start from the beginning.
Give us a rundown.
All right. My first song I ever did. This is a backstory. My first song I ever did, I didn't write the lyrics to it. Like, it was my older brothers in there, and they wrote it for me. And people was like, oh, that shit hot.
With Miller shit.
Yeah, you feel me? So it was just like that shit felt whack to me. Because everybody was giving me praise, and I was just like, damn, it ain't even feel right. So I was just like, every song after this, I don't care if it's the wackest verse or not, I'm going to write. And I just wrote, and I was like, I ain't going to never have a whack verse. I mean, I done got bodied one time on a song. It ain't came out, but I got bodied one time. But yeah.
So where the name JrJr come from?
Because like I grew up, I had my dad and everything, like when I first came out, but like he just left. And so I was like, well, shit, I was going through like, can I cuss on here? All right, yeah. So shit. I was
trying to
going
hold it back as much as you can, but
I got
your thing.
Yeah. So I was going through life in general, and I was like, well, I ain't had nobody to like look up to or teach me nothing about like life in general. So I was like, well, I'm my own father. I had to teach myself how to run through life in the jungle, you feel me? I was like, JrJr.
Much respect. So how long you been rapping?
8 years I've been writing, 7 years.
Oh yeah, you got some time, man. JrJr about to be singing. Goddamn.
I ain't been like taking it serious. Like I tried a little bit like a bar, like, oh, that was hot. Like, oh, that was a good one. But then like about 8-9 months I've been like going to the studio, like doing shows.
You know what I mean? And the reality is, I mean, a lot of people have your story, you feel me? So one thing you want to do is try to reach people with your story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what part of Winston?
Southside Winston. I mean, we were broke, so it was like, I mean, we grew up on the South mostly, but because my grandma stayed there, we had to keep moving back in with her. But like, really, we moved around East Side, West Side, like wherever it was some good rent.
That's real. So I got to a question on this entire podcast. What's that they do out here? Is what's it called when you income based? Shout out to the income based situation. Yeah,
nah, but that'll keep you in there like a long time, just because it's so affordable.
Stack some money up. Right. I'm trying to find an income based mansion right now.
There we go.
For real.
Facts.
I got my man from Yonkers.
Yo.
My boy. My homie.
What's going on, Trey?
Gotta tell people something that we don't know.
Downtown Bodega.
What we don't know about you, man?
Shit, I'm kind of open book, you know what I mean? I kind of try to, you know what I mean? I don't try to hide too much. What's something y'all might not know about me?
Whole story, how you get here?
How the
store start? Come on, man. You got a lot for us.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a journey, though.
Come on, so let's start with the journey.
All right, well,
we about to take a ride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm from Yonkers, New York, from a block up there called Locust Hill. You know what I mean? 77 Locust Hill, Cromwell Towers. You know, it's like almost like the top of Yonkers almost. Fly too. You could overlook the Hudson like this. My view, I grew up with a view like this, but it was overlooking the Hudson, you know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful view, but then you go downstairs, it's dumb hood. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up like that, you know. Pause. I grew up like that. Fuck that, I'm pausing everything. Yeah, so you know, trials and tribulations, you know what I mean? I went through a lot of trauma at an early age, so You know, I lost both my parents, lost my moms. Then my pops went to jail for like 20-something right away. Like I think I was like 3, 4. So both of them was gone. So, you know, my grandmom's, you know, she was like the head of the family. So she took us in, you know what I mean, me and my cousins and everything. You know, they moms was running around doing what she was doing at the time. That's my partner, Don D. We used to be a group when we was fucking with D-Block. So, you know, grandmoms, you know, going through what she going through in New York. You know, she working, busting her ass, trying to live a decent life. And, you know, shit just, you know, you get tired of that same situation. You know, a lot of history in the building, a lot of blood spilling in the building. You know, the same New York, Philly living everywhere. Winston-Salem, you know, the drama, the politics. So like most people, you know, they migrate down south. So my great-grandmoms came down. My grandmother followed her. I ain't have to come down here. I could have went to Baltimore. I could have stayed in New York, some shit like that. But I was like, nah, I'm going to go hold my grandmother down. You know what I mean? So I went with my grandmother, and shit was gravy at first because we landed on the west side of town, like Jonestown Road. Shout out to the west side.
Yeah, with the money.
Yeah, you know, Salem Woods.
I love the west side.
Yeah.
You know, Salem Woods. You know what I mean? I got mad love for the west side. But then some shit happened, and we wound up, you know, getting jerked out of some paper and losing the house. And we hit 23rd in Cleveland. And
Shout out to Cleveland.
You know what I mean? 23rd. And this one, it was 23rd. You know what I mean? But we was in high school, so like for the first, I think 6 months or something of the year, we was homeless in high school. Niggas ain't even know.
Oh, damn.
You feel me? Like, we staying everywhere, though. We meeting niggas staying in Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? We staying in Summit Square. Rest in peace, my man Fat D. We stay with him sometimes. You know what I mean? Real good dude. I met a lot of good people in that transition.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it built a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we got on the east side, and you know, it was like, yo, you know, we gonna play football at West. That shit ain't work because we went out there and they was calling us boy. And, you know, we coming from New York. You know, you kind of look at that racist.
You know what? You know what's crazy,
what I'm saying?
right?
They screaming on you, calling
is
you
that
boy.
When I first got here, that was my hardest thing, right?
Yeah.
The boy thing is like, I'm not used to that. And then, you know if we got a certain attitude, that's a go.
Yeah.
Like, who are you talking to?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that energy level, that raises your energy
watch
level
your mouth.
a different kind of way.
Y'all gotta stop saying boy to these young black people. Y'all gotta stop that.
Yeah, so, you know, but, you know, come to find out, you know, that was just like they slang. You know what I mean? That's how they spoke down here. So a lot of coaches, you know, do that in practice and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't with it. So, you know, we just had to do what we had to do. Then, you know, 23rd was crazy because I remember the first day we moved out there was a bang out. The first day we moved down there, I'm like, yo, this shit crazy.
It almost made you feel like you was back home.
Yo, people, but it was a little more grimier because they was like fighting over sales in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? Word, like word.
Hey, Cleveland is different.
It was a culture shock coming from the west side.
You talking about Cleveland down here, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so coming from the west side, you know what I'm saying? So we young, wildin'. Like, we in liquor houses and all type of stuff, like, you know what I mean? And we just seeing, like, scenes out of Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, like, every night, all day long. It's just, it was real hood, you know what I'm saying? And, like, my cousin had just got back from Florida, and he had lived in Little Rock before, so I remember we was in Little Rock one time.
Arkansas?
Yeah, and, like, you know, my cousin in them house was getting shot out.
That's what they
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was going crazy.
Heavy banging. You ain't seen gang banging until you been to Little Rock.
Check it. I seen it.
Police, bro.
Like, like, I remember on the 4th of July, they was banging at each other on the back of pickup trucks, but they had the Roman candle shooting them at each other. And, you know, it was the folks and maybe the
what's it, Vice Lord?
Something like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different down there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Little Rock. You know what I mean? My cousin, whole family from out there. You know what I mean? So we got ties out there too. You know what I mean? So just, you know, but back to Cleveland, we get down here, we get with a couple of people out here. Shout out to Digital Lab, my man Jay.
Yeah,
the studio. So check it. Jay
Indiana.
And my man Big Fire was the first ones that put me and Don D in the studio when we was like, probably 17, you know what I'm saying? And like we was recording in a closet. You know what I mean? This was before he was at the Hewitt business. Okay. Now you're in Indiana. But before we was in a closet, like early, it was just me, Don D, Monster. And he had a couple, Buddha Villain. These some old school Winston names. Yeah, shout out to Monster, man. Free
before
Monster.
I even came out here.
Yeah, man. Free Monster, man. Like he's one of the most talented artists I've ever met. You know what I mean? Like he's doing some time right now. But his music is like, he was like Tupac or Winston.
Oh, word.
Yeah, like he was so powerful. He's from the South Side. And BDP. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, it's weird, but shout out to Monster. He was official, you know what I mean? Especially in that studio. Like, you know how you meet a young kid and they already grown?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought he was young because he looked young, but he was a lot older, than I thought he was. But he was talking about 50 cows when I was back then and stuff like that. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Then the older I get and I started seeing him and I'm like,
this nigga gangster.
This nigga was, and then he started going through his lifestyle and I start saying, and he's going crazy. Like, he's really about what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But unfortunate, I don't glorify that because he's in prison doing a lot of time right now. So to the youth, don't glorify that part because it's only a couple of spots for you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Shout out to knowing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just know it's a spot for you.
The knowledge is different. Factual.
You know what I mean?
And the type of time that they on now is different. Street codes is way different.
There is no street code.
Exactly. They break everything.
Like,
no, it ain't.
Like they don't care about kids outside. You know what I'm saying? Llamas.
But the shit is going down. They young boys now.
Right.
The ones that's getting crazy out here. You feel me? Like they don't got no old heads.
I got it.
They need more old heads.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know that's definitely true. Like they need more OGs out here.
I got a theory. Tell me if I'm bugging. Like for our era, I don't know what era you in. Me and you probably in the same era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
old timers.
Yeah. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So,
listen,
but it seemed like when people started glorifying Omar on the Wire, that's kind of when it got real funkier. It been funky. I don't want to say it hasn't been funky, but when the Wire came out, people started glorifying.
I get that.
It's
there was no more codes in the game.
I think it started.
When Bodie killed Wallace.
See, stuff like
it
that.
Started
like
to change.
It
started to change. Right. Because
then I think it started.
I'm
not gonna say it changed it completely, but it started
glorifying
it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But
it started going left.
Full to the Wire to moments like that. That changed how we all acted. You feel what I'm saying? Like, see, for Philly, it was state property. Whatever state property was doing, we were doing. Right. Whatever they were talking about, we were doing.
Shout out to state property. Shout out to my dudes.
The Big Bro Freeway, Siegel, Oskino, my dog. I love you, bro. Petey Crack, I love you.
We got a lot of connected.
Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, Freeway, my guy. I grew up under Freeway. Right. I was signed to Freeway. I love that man to death, man. I'm so happy he's doing good. Shout out
to Free.
We got a lot of ties sitting at this table right now.
So you leave, you go to Cleveland, you're rapping with Digital Labs. How did Digital Labs Studios? I did a show there. You can look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, then it got lit after that.
Jadakiss and Styles.
No, that's later in life.
Later.
That's later in life. We still teenagers. We get with, I went back up to Yonkers, right? And, I probably went up for the summer or something. And, I got in a cypher or something. And my boss wasn't official enough at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was still a shadow on a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So niggas ain't take me to the studio and that shit, like I was tight.
Well, see, that's where y'all relate right there, right? Because when you started, you was the shadow, you wasn't really tough.
Hey, yo.
See?
Hey, yo, I was tight.
He said he was tight. I ain't mad at that, bro. The worst feeling is being in a rap shadow.
Yeah, so anyway, I came back down here. I ran into some kids from the projects, you know what I mean? My man, Big man, you know what I mean?
R.P. Biggs.
Yeah, God bless the dead. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. You know, he really took a real interest in me and Don D talent early. You know what I mean? Like, he seen it. You know what I mean? Like, the Locks was lit at the time. And we was in Winston, but we was from Yonkers. That was kind of rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't really meet too many people, you know, in Winston from Yonkers. So after that, my man got into some equipment, and we went crazy in Winston, man. I think we might have sold like 15,000 copies, you know what I mean, of this CD, you know what I mean? But we was so lit back then, but it was no social media, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Out the trunk.
Facts.
Yeah,
like
man. So, you know,
liquor store.
Because I remember hearing about you. I remember hearing about you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't no New York niggas down here.
Nah, we was going crazy, man. Like we was going crazy. But, you know, we was taking everybody from down here back up there, you know what I mean? Because there's some dope artists, you know what I'm saying, in Winston. So I was trying to get a lot of people on, but you know how it goes, man. The game choose who they want.
Like that's still a focus for you?
What, music?
Trying to put artists on?
Oh, yeah. You know, like, you know, at the store, you know, the downtown Bodega, you know, I got a little small platform where I be letting artists come through and perform. You know what I mean? It's like a real small, like, poetry night, but it turned into an entertainment night because now comedians be coming out and a lot of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I remember the conversation we had down there, you know what I'm saying, a couple of weeks ago. Like, how's that? You know what I mean? We ain't going to go into detail, but
yo, man,
better for you?
I mean, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But at the end of the day, man, my mind be moving 100 miles per hour. So when people's on something out that, I might be 20 steps ahead and already investing in something new and got something brewing in a pot somewhere. But nah, everything is moving forward. You know, shout out to Winston-Salem State. You know what I mean? Alvin Atkinson, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of dope programs out here for young entrepreneurs that's trying to come up. You know what I mean? It's a lot of bags sitting around. You know what I mean? Don't think it ain't no help in the city, because it is.
It's definitely helping.
You know what I mean? Like, you can go to the Site Tech Business Center.
A lot is not knowing.
Facts.
That's the main part. Like, for years, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I had the other store on Cherry Street, I didn't know that, you know, all this help was down here until I got a little more close to it and started networking different. You know what I'm saying?
JrJr, are you performing anywhere? Like, do you do performances?
Yeah, I perform.
So when the last place you performed at?
Last place I performed, Digital Labs. They had a showcase.
Digital Labs had a
Same
showcase.
spot we just
all I've ever done is battle rap at Digital Labs. Digital Labs called me for some shows. Like, I'm tired of killing people every time I show up there. Like, let me do my song. Look, so he does platforms. You know what I mean? Yeah, his joint entertainment night. Would you be interested in something like that?
I'd definitely be down there.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying? Because like part of what we do is we like to bring people together and make you know what I mean, connections happen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you a question, right? Because you're a black business owner.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, how do you think we sustain the support of black-owned businesses? Like, because right now, like the rarest thing, right, as far as companies go in America is black-owned.
Yeah.
Right, we're the minority when it comes to making money.
Yeah. Facts.
How do we sustain that support? Like, how do you sustain that support that you're getting to keep your black-owned business afloat?
Damn, that's, you know, like, I know it's
a question. I'm in here.
Yeah,
Come on.
It is. Because I mean, like, that's a broad answer.
That's a
very great question.
That's a cheat sheet.
You know what I'm saying?
you wrote that shit down.
That's from the cheat. It's on my hand. You know what I mean? It's right here. Like, let's get it.
He had that one in the clip waiting for you.
I mean, like, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Like, I've been through so many ups and downs with business. You know what I mean? I say like this: the way to sustain it is never give up, stay at it 100%, keep God in your life. Like, first of all, you got to be a lunatic to go self-employed.
Right.
You got to be a lunatic, like, because it's not normal. You know what I mean? It damn near takes a miracle to really create a lifestyle out of it. You know, most people go to work, get a check. But if you plan to go down this entrepreneurship situation, like, you better be ready, because it's going to be a tough situation. And like, it's a roller coaster. You know what I mean? And everybody in your family might have to come to a point where a sacrifice has to be made. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, with me and my family, like, we had to sacrifice a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, not doing family trips. You know what I mean?
Put that money back into it.
Nah, like, you know, like, I think it was like like me and my wife ain't been on a trip. You know, like we had got married and then we ain't go on a trip for 12 years.
Right, because
you know, just trying to build.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, like say like my youngest daughter was in the gymnastics, taekwondo, different stuff. It got times in life where we had to say, yo, you got to stop that for a season or two. You know what I'm saying? That's a sacrifice she shouldn't have to make, but later on it'll make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
or
when
your kid turns 16, you don't go straight out and buy them a car. You know what I'm saying? Because they might have to make that sacrifice. Now, I'm not saying none of this is right because you can avoid it if you plan the proper way. You know what I'm saying? So how do you sustain it? Don't never mess up your credit. Right?
Yeah.
That's number one in America. Keep your credit together. You know what I mean? Make sure you have discipline and structure. You learn how to save. You don't waste money on Jordans and the shit that's going to be whack in a month and you going to want the next lit thing. Don't never go down that path. You know what I'm saying? Take that money and do smart things. Like last night I stayed up to like 3:00 in the morning and you want to know what I was doing? I was on the internet typing up all of the lots in Winston-Salem in the different areas, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out, okay, what is these little lots going for in our communities on the east side, on the south side. Now, people already tried to give me this game, but I didn't really listen. Right. But in my subconscious, it was sitting there. So last night I went through there, I wrote down every lot. Then I went and looked up how much it's going to cost to build on it, just to try to figure out how to do what I want to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's, you know, that's one of my goals and one of my things I'm trying to get lit. You know what I mean? And fill up some of these empty lots with good houses.
Right. And then the greatest part about the show, right, is that most of the people that come on the show are Black entrepreneurs. Yeah. See, right now I'm in the process of opening up my own food truck. So like I take all the knowledge I get from each and every one of y'all and I think about that every night when I'm there. You feel me? So I definitely appreciate the insight.
Let me say one more thing. I feel like as a business owner, you know what I mean? Like you got to be turned up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be willing to do what everybody else ain't willing to do. You know what I mean? To really be successful. You know what I mean? You have to be there 100%. You know what I mean? Because if ain't nobody else gonna do it, you got to do it. You might have to be the chef, the prep, the detailer, the contractor, the bookkeeper, all of that. You know what I mean?
I wear multiple hats.
You got to wear multiple hats to be an entrepreneur, period.
Pause.
We'll pause that.
We'll pause. New York is in the building. We're pausing. We're pausing today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And to piggyback on your response, you know what I mean? You said you and your wife, y'all ain't going on vacation for about 12 years. Like how did you balance that? You know what I mean? Because as an entrepreneur building, you know, it's a lot of sacrifices that come with anything. You know what I mean? Especially the type of lifestyle that you will live. You know what I'm saying? As running around with, you know what I mean, with D Block, you know what I mean? Trust me, I know. You know what I mean? Because I'll be running around with Dipset. He running around with state property. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could,
I sacrifice my childhood to be a rapper.
Could be a burden on your relationship. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the women, they don't understand or they don't see the bigger picture of what we're trying to do.
As a teenager, everybody was running around the parties, dollar parties, this, that, and the third. Like as a teenager, I was in the studio. All my friends were grown. All my friends were 20 plus. Free was 10 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Frost, Dutch, like they were so many years older than me. Like I gave away my whole teenage situation to be a rapper.
I got a question though. Was it worth it? You feel like it was worth it? Like you enjoyed it?
Everything I ever did in life was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Look where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Like listen, and this is a process that you'll go through. You feel me? As you grow. You feel what I'm saying? Like as a rapper, you'll figure out that you come to crossroads, like where it's like, is this really what I'm about to keep doing? Like, am I really about to? Yeah. Like, am I? Because there's times where you feel like I'm gonna give this up. Like, it's not hitting. You feel me? And then next thing you know, I'm sitting in Def Jam. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm talking about all this paper. Now, it didn't go through the way it's supposed to, but I was there.
There's been plenty of times
I was there. I
done took an L on one of these parties.
Same day, I had a meeting with Def Jam. Same day, it was a guy named Young Lee. And we had a meeting with Def Jam the same day. We were sitting in the same office I was sitting there. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, we do this. And literally, like, we're in the studio with a meeting and he recorded the song. We both recorded the song while we was there. And 2 months later, I'm in Philly. I'm driving around my first car. You know what I'm saying? It was a corny little beat up joint, but it didn't matter. And his song comes on, Shake It and Jiggle It comes on. And that was young. And I was sitting in the studio when he recorded Shake It and Jiggle It. And Shake It and Jiggle It comes on. And I'm like, yep, they didn't sign me. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. There goes my answer right there. Like, but I was happy though. Like, I mean, just to see, like, he was hurting. You feel me? He had holes in his sneaks. Shake It and Jiggle It came out. He was wearing all the fresh J's. You feel me? Like, do your thing. So it's like, it's all part of the grind.
So, Junior.
Yes, sir.
What do you feel like so far? I know, you still kind of, you say you've been writing for 7-8 years, but you say you're 23, so you're still kind of young, still kind of fresh in it. What do you feel like so far you sacrificed the most in this game, trying to get to where you're going?
Money? I mean, that's, what I gave the most of, I mean, I done missed a few things, a few events and stuff. Right. I done got fired from a few jobs, but that ain't nothing. Money, I don't put it. I think. I mean, I ain't gonna say I wasted it, but I've put some money in it. If I had every dollar I spent in it, I think I have a lot of money.
Okay,
a lot of money.
That's what's up. And T.Y., I got a question. I know a lot of people in Winston-Salem, they might not know what it is. Explain what a bodega is. For the people who do not know what a bodega is.
This gotta be for the nine up north.
The biggest New York up top questions. Yeah. What is a bodega? Explain to the people what is a bodega.
Well, first off, let me start it off with saying a bodega it's a hood term and it's another term. You know what I mean? So the dictionary term would be a wine shop or a wine cellar. You know what I mean? But that's like a more Latin term if you look it up. You know what I'm saying? But the hood bodega is the hood corner store that has everything. Right. You could go there, get a sandwich, a chopped cheese. Your mother could get tampons.
Cheese.
Yeah, like your mom could get tampons. You could get bleach. You could get an iron.
Yeah.
You could get a backwood.
You get some weed.
I
don't know if you've been to Philly, but in Philly we call them poppy stores. Right?
Poppy store is a bodega.
Yeah, poppy store.
Right.
Poppy store is a bodega. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been to Philly like twice. I was dropping off Bucky. I don't know if you heard of Bucky. Bucky had got signed to D-Block. His name was Raw Bucky. They called him the
Raw Bucky. The
5-foot felon, Free Bucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my little man. You know what I mean? We got the same birthday, January. Yeah, like
50 Deuce.
Yeah.
50 Deuce. That boy's a rapper.
Yeah, man. That kid was the truth, man.
Yeah.
He was the truth. He was hard, man.
Yeah. Craziness, right? His folks, the boy Woods. That's what he was, 50 Deuce as well. And Woods is a good friend of mine.
Oh, yeah. Woods was the kid who had the little small blowout,
with
right?
the big hats and all that. Yeah. Come on, man. I'm around, you hear me?
Yeah, Woods.
I am Philly boy.
Yeah, I remember Woods. He brought Woods up a couple times. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When we was in the store. He was nice, too.
Always with him. Woods is nice.
Yeah, he was nice.
Woods is down, too.
Oh, word?
Down for body, our life.
You know what I mean? Free Woods, free Bucky, man. You know, that was some talent. I wish.
Definitely. What's some of the greatest rappers ever blessed the streets of Philly? I mean.
Yeah, man. I wish Bucky could have got his turn.
Jada was beefing with Beans, and Jada was picking up Philly artists at the same time.
Yeah, he had Bucky.
And nobody knows that. Like, Jada was in Philly picking up Philly artists.
Nah, but I'm going to tell y'all something about the Locks. Like, they had, like, so many... Like they Philly connection is very strong. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hit Hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Hit Hard is my man. He over there at D Block. And you know, he's real hands on with the juice bars and stuff now. But but he had a lot of artists from Philly used to come up. Like Dutch and Bumpy.
Yeah.
Like I know they used to come up and run through Yonkers. You know what I mean? Like, and they used to battle everybody. You know what I mean? Like I actually was down here doing the Cleveland thing at that time. You know what I'm saying? When they was up there running around, but
That's
crazy. They was with all my cousins and all that. I heard a lot of stories about them.
Yeah. That's just my OG.
I heard they was in Yonkers tearing niggas up. You know what I mean? Like,
shout out to Gilly, Bump J, Dutch, the whole figure squad.
That's what I heard. I heard a couple kids held it, but for the most part, you know, Philly, that's like the home of the spitters.
The spitters, man.
Word.
And they turned around and got signed to Cash Money, so they actually did their thing.
They doing their thing now.
Yeah, they
you know what I mean? Shout out to all of them, man. You know, like they ain't get they just do, but they definitely set the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the only thing we really was used to our era, you know, when you thought of Philly, you know, it was like Will Smith and them. Then Siegel and them came, and it was like, oh my God, this is it.
Man, the blueprint.
You know what I mean? So Siegel and them, shout out to all of them. You know what I mean? Everybody is a grown up.
But New York and Philly is hand in hand to me. Like it's always been.
It's always love.
Like, even though there's always that thing, right? Where it's like
there's always something.
It's like a brotherhood, right? Like an older brother, little brother thing. It's like I want to be better than you so bad. Like you feel what I'm saying? Even though it's like I love you, I want to be better than you so bad. And that's how Philly and New York and Jersey, and all that's tied into that. Like I want to be better than you thing. Like
shout out to Camden, New Jersey. Shout out to Newark.
Shout out to Camden.
Shout out to fucking AC.
AC, get the money, Bally's. I'm coming back.
Yeah, y'all got to come rock with me out there.
Jr., right? So you growing up down south. You know, we all from up north, so we have that up north inspiration. Who was your rap inspiration as far as like growing up down here? Like, who did you look up to rap wise?
From the jump, it was Wayne. Wayne was the best rapper.
Wayne,
but it's crazy because I like 50. 50 was like that's my go. Like that's who I thrive to be like. That's who I would love to be like. 50 Cent. I fuck with Kanye. Wayne.
You like acting, producing, all that. You want to be like all them ways, or just
I just want to take over like 50.
Heard that. JrJr trying might have been the joint too.
Yeah, all of it. A lot of this work.
Somebody said Cool C and Steady B.
Oh, damn, he take it back to the 80s.
Yeah, man. He said, man, y'all young heads forgetting Cool C and Steady B.
Damn, my bad, old head. My bad, old head.
You know what I mean? Shout out to them.
We know New York, the mecca of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? We ain't forgetting about the mecca of hip-hop. They might be from Philly.
Yeah.
Nah, Cool C and Steady B was fire, but that's too retro Philly. Like, I think Philly really got crazy when Too Raw for the Streets came out.
Oh my God!
I think that was like that's when New York really paid us real attention. Like,
that's Hollywood.
That's facts.
Yeah, I think Will Smith was Hollywood. So if you look at Cool C, Steady B, like they were both hot, but they were also Hollywood.
I'm
too,
lying,
you know
though. Tracy Lee came out. He was knocking.
Facts. Oh my.
To me. Facts. To me. Like I'm a hip hop head.
That's wild.
Nah, I'm a hip head. I'm a hip hop head. Yeah, man. Everywhere that my crew go. I remember the video.
Man, what?
Man, I've been watching that video music box and all that since I was
DJ Ralph McDaniels.
But I want to give a big shout out to Big Star though, because without Big Star and creating Too Raw for the Streets, a lot of Philly wouldn't be. And going to New York, right? Taking them trips to New York with 20 rappers in the bus.
Savages.
And getting out in the middle of the Bronx, getting out in the middle of Harlem, Yonkers, everywhere, and just being like, yo, who y'all hottest rappers?
Hey, yo, check it out.
Let's get it.
Hey, yo, talking about Too Raw for the Streets, I got to shout out my man Hoopla.
Hoopla, what up, boy?
Hey, yo, Hoopla from the South Side. No, where Hoop from? Hoop probably originally from the Fairchild, East Side. Shout out to the East Side of Winston.
Definitely shout out
But
Fairchild.
Yo, my man Hoop used to watch the Too Raw battles.
Yeah.
He's still a battle head.
Yeah.
But me and him used to watch the DVDs with Shellyano and them.
Shellyano was the boy.
Hey, yo.
Boy,
Shellyano was that boy. Yeah.
Listen, $3 and them busy,
listen,
man.
hey, shout out to my man Reed. Shout out to my man Boom. Free my nigga Boom. Free Boom, first of all. I don't know if everybody remember Kaboom, but Kaboom is
Yeah, I remember Kaboom. I know him as
free
Boom,
Kaboom.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reed. Much love to NH. That's my brother's my never. You know what I'm saying? They used to hold it down, man. And T-Rex, Murder Mook, all New York rappers, they used to hold it down, man. You know what I'm saying? Now in Winston, right, battle rap is now popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Body Bag Battle League.
Definitely shout out to Body
Bills.
Bag.
Yeah, shout out to Bills.
Could you see yourself battle rapping? Or
Nah,
couldn't see yourself battling?
that ain't me.
That ain't your thing?
That ain't me. I mean, I could. My first battle I got and I lost. Like, I'm about to put you on game because he killed me. I ain't gonna lie. I remember one bar. He told me out.
Now, was this a professional battle or this is in the street? Just meet up?
I mean, I done battled a few people, blah, 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 but it wasn't like no hard hitting nothing. Like, I just say some goofy slick something, and then everybody just, But he was like, he hit me with my sister named Danielle.
Okay.
So he was like, excuse my language. He was like, I heard you fucked your sister, or man, I can't tell. Either way, I heard you made Danielle. And everybody just went crazy.
Yeah, that's corny though.
No, that shit.
It probably was hot there because it's catchy, but it's corny though. Like, I mean, he didn't really kill you. He just He just made everybody laugh. Right.
At the time, it was a vibe.
When the crowd said he killed you,
That's it, right? All right, so with this limited time that we have, we gonna pick a beat. And these fellas, we're gonna get these fellas to rap something for the gang one time.
I got one more
PinkTalk
question for TY though before we get up out of here.
Get the question, go ahead.
The hoodest bodega in Yonkers compared to the hoodest store here in Winston. What's the comparison? Tell me one spot that you would compare to the hoodest spot or the poppin'est bodega in Yonkers out here.
I don't know. When I had Cherry was kind of lit. You know what I mean? Like 14th and Cherry, like that. You know, like just the area. You know that. You know that's like BDP.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? But anything in the BDP area, the store is gonna be lit.
Okay.
You know, like right there where they I don't know. I heard somebody just got raided on Patterson somewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I heard the Great American on Patterson. I'm always around.
Son Chop Shop got something like that.
I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But you know, it just went.
Didn't put his phone on vibe.
You know, it went left. You know what I'm saying? It's on.
But
yeah, it went left, man.
Address of your bodega, please.
140 West 6th Street, downtown Bodega. You know, we doing it. We about to launch a delivery service very soon. We got a lot of organic products. You know, we try to be a platform for the local black entrepreneurs to put their product in there, and any other entrepreneurs. I don't want to just say black because, you know, most of our customers is white.
And can we get the social media follow? We need an Instagram follow.
Downtown Bodega WS on Instagram and Facebook. And Terrell from Yonkers on Instagram and Terrell T. Harris on Facebook. You know what I mean? Follow us.
And JrJr. That's on Instagram is Roy Always, ROY, always _ And I got a new song called I Got You out on all platforms.
And we'll be playing that.
I got you. I've been dealing with these problems. I got to. I've been thugging at the bottom and down, been scarred too. I'm just trying to make it up. If I tell you that I got you. I've been dealing with these problems. I got to. I've been thugging at the bottom and down, been scarred too. I'm just trying to make it up.
With no love, swear that made me a champ. I love my son, he got me through, I swear he made me a man. And I can't wait to bless him, boy, I put some bands in his hand. You know I got you. He gon' have a family, he gotta provide to. And I know that he gon' reap it if I go ahead and sow it. Write down the family secret so he know just how to grow it. The family gon' be eating, I'ma teach him, I'ma show him. And we gon' keep it coming, ain't no stopping when I'm gone. Because you know I got you. I'm just praying that a nigga really got through. And I meant that shit forever when I said I got you. You believe more than they hate, then how can they stop you?
I work my ass for this shit. Writing up that bag for this shit.
You will hear Roy JrJr's song. It's called
I Got You. And it's
right,
cool.
I just heard the song too. I'm acting like I don't know what it's called. That's crazy. I'm gonna get a beat. I need these fellas to spit. We got literally like we're like on 4 minutes time. We get a beat. I'm gonna get these fellas to spit.
You're the rapper.
I'm gonna spit with y'all. I'm with y'all.
Okay, do your
Follow
thing.
us at PinkTalk Podcast, man. Yes. And do me this favor, right? Because we are congratulating Miss Faith on creating everything and making this so fire. Go follow Miss Faith at Miss Faith MIZZ Faith _ PinkTalk Podcast. Do that.
Open
Media
Lab.
We can't forget Open Media Lab.
Shout out to Open Media Lab.
We'd be outside if it wasn't for them.
Listen, nobody understands how much E does for us. So, you know what I mean? They could never understand.
Man of very little words does so much.
He's the best, man. Shout and follow my partner in crime at B _ Bugatti, the celebrity host.
You already know. Follow my partner Coldplay _ Woo. I think I got it right.
Yeah, I think I got it right too. So I follow him, so go follow him. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing. Let's find the beat. Let's get this cipher. It's gonna be quick.
You won't miss him.
I gotta hear these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's get some bars. We got some bars.
All right, so this is what we gonna do, right? PinkTalk Podcast. This is first cipher. You feel me?
First cipher.
Hey, Bugatti, listen. Hey, you host it. Host it. You hear me?
Listen,
what we doing?
We got the first cipher going down right here. PinkTalk Podcast. We got my man TY.
It's the first one.
The first one. Kiss, what up?
Why, yo?
We got my man Roy Jr.Jr.
Winston, what up?
Trade
First
4
side,
east
3-6.
Right here.
Let's go first, man.
I get you.
Junior.
Okay. Let's go. Jr.
They say chase the dream, not the money. But sleep ain't got me nowhere. Same place I was dreaming from. I wake up and be po there. We kill roaches on the wall, roll roaches in the ashtray. Then get on the rap song and flex like that bag straight. Youngin', I'm in last place, running in this rat race. Knew I get a check if I got fresh and I could rap straight. Fuck all of that talk, had to put the time in. 1 million niggas talk, not 1 million put the grind in. Used to be a buster, and I wasn't even aware of it. Used to walk to work and treat the bus just like a chariot. But fuck it, I'm a man, head high to the sky with it. Woo. Okay. Let me get that beat.
Get that.
We got bars.
3-6. Winston, what up?
Yeah.
Go, boy. Woo.
Dirty clothes, hand-me-downs, and some painkillers. Family members, gang members, they the same niggas. I heard the money and the fame start to change niggas. But when you broke and you want more, how can you blame a nigga? No one to look up to cause everybody down bad. Only a buster trust a buster with his clown ass. Gotta get from around that or they gon' bring you down. They say you fly as high as the people that you keep around. They trying to keep me down cause I'm too fly for them. Can't get no money and I only do is get high with them. I couldn't chill, I couldn't ride, I couldn't slide for them. Cause they wouldn't slide for me. They only ride for me when I got something to provide for them. And now I work where I'm from, ain't how the game go. Ain't how you hating, we both drowning in the same boat. Down the same streets, down the same blocks. You hating on me for shit that I barely ain't got. I'm 9 to 5 and trying to. Ooh, hold on.
Come on. I got pass to my man T.Y. Yonkers in the
Philly get it.
Yonkers in the building.
Philly get it. Philly get it.
The host going last. Man, let's get it, Yonkers.
Come on,
Give me
Phil.
that
You gotta do
bless. I gotta go to the guest first.
Yeah. Niggas get cold feet when it's time for beef. I grab the ooh-ah, pull up on a nigga like a tube sock. Yeah, I'm a wild boy, used to be a cowboy. Every time a van rolled through, we be wild boy. Niggas that were relevant, thanks to be a now void. Swag of a rich nigga, you could stay my style, Floyd. Plugs know to call me, used to get a pallet going. I sound a real nigga, you'll put a coward on. Yeah. Nigga, we don't know that car is getting showered on. On the same block, my peoples done got devoured on. Ex-kiss, son, know I'm a beast. 1 foot in the booth, the other one in the street. Terrell, let that thing bang, bang, Chief Keef. Wifey gon' wild out, ain't seen her in like a week. But hey, that's the life that we chose to live. Could've ratted like y'all, but we chose to be. If you real, let's link up. Form a alliance, bring a toaster. I don't mean the kitchen appliance. Yeah, little something,
I think my man ain't got it,
little something.
Let me get y'all, man. PinkTalk Podcast, man. Follow us at PinkTalk Podcast. Y'all know I'm on y'all. Let me say
Uh-oh.
I said,
We got Philly in the building.
I'm shooting from the jump street. The only way I'm calling niggas drawn like they want beef. A slug push a cap to the front, yeah, like Bun B. I kick shit. Chun-Li the Uzi by the front seat. And a couple goons that's not for tells. OGs, my old head shoot like Raja Bell. I tell them chill. Like if you got a problem, send them my way. A shotty make a part of your crib, a part of the driveway, then whip him. So part of the pistol, part of his mind state, then headshot. Part of his face, part of the highway. Y'all dead pop. Glizzy on Diddy, get your man rocked. Body in the freezer with the lamb chops. Cold in the streets, but the hand hot. Big dog yard, they find your body in a sand lot. Down the street from my man block. They like, get it poppin'. You hating, you getting a option. Still put a check on your head and send them niggas shopping. Ooh, listen, man.
Listen, we about to stir up some shit. We about to stir up some shit in these streets.
We gonna bring Bobby Bugatti out of retirement.
Bugatti, bring us into this.
Look,
bring us into this.
I ain't spit since
Bring us into this.
Oh, man.
The celebrity host, fine Bobby Bugatti, take that picture, man. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah. Say a prayer for Eric Gardner. I took Trey Brown and Mike Brown death harder cause I'm a black father. You don't know what I've been through to get what I got. And I still ain't got shit. They ain't saying a lot. It's all love at the Love Church. That's one of my spots. Offers a lot, deuced out, deuce in the quarter like JrJr Scott. I ain't perfect, nigga, I done fell in love with some thoughts. Infatuated with guns, used to look up the bop. Used to ask the county guards why y'all feeling the slop. Went through a phase, felt like every other day I get locked. Once you reach a certain age, the bullshit gotta stop. Ha-ha. Just know I love you, big homie, my condolences. I know you lost your mother, big homie. That really hit home, cause I lost mine too. Then I lost Fat D and I ain't know what to do. He took me in when I was homeless, told me it would get better. So I prayed for his mother, Vanetta. And I'm praying for you, Twan. Just get back on your hustle and remember the Job story. God gave him back double. Streets are so rough. Streets are so tough. We all don't stop till we get enough. Yeah, really insane. When it rain, it pour. When it pour, it rain. Something in my family telling me to call him Jermaine. Lord, you lost your son to Quan, life wasn't in vain. Yeah, my bills in reverse. Feels like I'm cursed, but it ain't that bad. My nigga Kenny got it worse. I'm an East Side alumni. Jobs hard to come by. Curfew, PO supposed to come by. I ain't piss me cause I'm dumb, Yeah, shout out to the East Side, Trey 4, free Kenny Cocaine.
I had to mix a lot before I hit the block. My grandma raised me in the church, I ended up pitching rock. 15, I'm in a box, they asking where I put the gun. I'm living 2301, it took 6 months to see my son. Had the fraud to my baby mother. She'd take my kids if she found out about the guns and butter. I used to have them hoop dreams like we was in the rucker. Now I ease my pain with a vodka and an apple smucker. Still be hustling, seeing angels when I sleep at night. My brother took his own life soon as he seen the light. They took Lil Reezy life, I had to hug his mama. She seen my eyes and told me she ain't want no more drama. That woman strong and she know that I be down to ride. The only way I'm seeing jail again is homicide. My grandma asked me why I think it is that I survive. I tell her Philly need the answer, this the Allen eye. And I'ma try to keep it sane while I load this 40. A nigga going in the grave if he roll up on me. My niggas not all with them games, you don't know me, shorty. But I got way too many niggas doing over 40. Come on.
Philly.
We trying to close it out with the whole team. Drake on the building.
336.
Money never made me, I was broke and still a boss. Woo. Come on.
Yeah.
Broke niggas. Money never made me, I was broke and still a boss. You make something out of nothing, you could never take a loss. I was grinding 9 to 5 and I was trying to make it out. I was trying to make it out. Put in work, got that bag, now my homies follow suit. Get some clout, get some cash, everybody follow too. And I could never fall off, all I know is follow through. See my team, we some kings, but why would we follow you? We make boss moves, do what boss does, and I do order and
336. You know I'm giving it to y'all.
JrJr.
He said go to the motherfucking major platforms. Check out the new single I Got You.
I got you on everything. Tidal, iTunes, everything.
And go to the downtown.
That's what it's about, man. Networking.
First ever PinkTalk Podcast cypher.
And it's on
down tonight.
fire in here. Everyone over time.
We went through all of that, so hopefully y'all won't have to go through that. So when y'all come up here, y'all be ready. Y'all have y'all bars together.
Have y'all bars ready. You can't
if you're a rapper, have your bars together.
Bottom line.
Definitely shout out our guests that came in the building. The homie,
definitely
JrJr, my homie Ty from Yonkers, downtown Bodega.
And
thank y'all for having me.
Shout out to my co-host by Bugatti.
Man, my partner in crime, Coldplay Woo.
Yeah, I mean,
we can't forget our creator.
Yeah,
shout out.
Congratulations.
And we can't forget.
Congratulations.
Open Media Lab.
iHeartRadio. Follow us there.
Yeah.
You already know.